Hey guys, Ryan Bailey for Charlotte FC. This is Between Two Pints, and joining me today, a very welcome returning guest, Mr. Brandt Bronico. Brandt, how are you today, sir?
Doing well, Ryan. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Well, very happy to have you too. We've had plenty of questions for you, Brandt, submitted by our fans on social media. Let's get straight to them. We're going to start with one from the boys at CLTFC Fan TV. With just getting married and moving back to Charlotte, how relieved are you that you can still continue your trade locally until Charlotte FC's inaugural season starts? So your thoughts on your loan to our neighbours, the Charlotte Independents, Brandt?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. It's what my wife and I wanted, and I know my family that lives in North Carolina. I know they're happy that I'm staying here as well. So it definitely helps us kind of get settled in and get back to living in the city that we love.
And playing regularly for a team in USL locally as well sounds pretty good deal to me, right?
Yeah, especially since it's right across town. So I'm hoping to see a lot of the Independents and Charlotte FC supporters out there this season.
Let's hope we do. Let's hope we do. All right, next question for you, Brandt, is from Irvin Cruz, who's in our academy, by the way. Hey, Irvin, how's it going? What's the meaning of your phrase Grindset? This is a common hashtag that you use, Brandt. Can you give us a little more info on how you come to use that?
Yeah. So I actually have it right here. I like to write it down and look at it. Yeah. So Grindset is like I kind of me and my buddy kind of coined it when I was in Chicago. I mean, I've always kind of lived this lifestyle, but to give it like a term and a definition, really kind of just gives it more meaning and helps me get back and grounds me. So Grindset is giving everything to the body, the mind, and the soul to achieving and believing in whatever you want to do in life. So that's the meaning of the Grindset, and that's just how I live my life.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good mantra to live by, if you don't mind me saying, Brent. Good stuff. Next question is from Tate Peel on Instagram. Thank you very much for the question, Tate. What's your favorite goal you've ever scored, Brent? Now, I was looking earlier at your highlights from the 49ers, and you scored some worldies from outside the box in your time. What's your favorite?
Oh man, there was a lot. It's probably between two. My senior year, we were playing against UAB at home, I think, and I hit a free kick and it hit the wall and kind of popped up and popped like right back up to me, and I just swung my leg at it and volleyed it, and it just went like perfectly in the bottom corner. So that was like one of my favorite ones. And then my second one, obviously, was when with my time in Chicago, we were playing against New England Revolution at home, and I cut in and kind of beat two defenders and put the ball in like the opposite upper corner. So that was a great feeling, and kind of like my favorite shot, just cutting in and curling it back post. I had a lot of those at the 49ers as well. So I would say probably between those two.
Fantastic stuff. I also saw a video of you recreating the Tony Kroos goal from the 2018 World Cup. Do you fancy yourself as a free kick taker too, Brandt?
I do fancy myself as it. Sometimes they don't always go to plan, but I scored some pretty cool free kick goals in college. So I'm hoping to work on those this season, and maybe score some in Bank of America next year.
There we go. Always good to have a dead ball specialist on the roster, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Russell Varner's up with the next question. Hey, Russell, what has changed the most in Charlotte since you first started attending college here? This is a city that goes through a lot of changes, growing all the time. What have you most noticed?
Oh man, I was asking my wife the same thing. I was like, when I saw you sent the question, I was like, what has changed like the most? Because I couldn't really pick between anything. She was like, well, it's probably everything. Like the campus is different, the city's different, like everything is just so much more developed. There's so much more growth everywhere, and there's so much more to do. I mean, thinking back to when we graduated, because I left at the end of 2016, and the light rail wasn't even done up a campus. So just kind of coming back and seeing everything just all over in South End, Plaza Midwood, Wesley Heights. It's just, and on campus, it's just like everything, pretty much everything is just so much more developed and changed for the better. I mean, it's become so much more of an awesome city, and there's so much more to do, and we're definitely happy to be back.
Yeah, agreed. A lot of progress being made in this town. It's wonderful to see what's coming next too. JT Hair 2 on Instagram asks you, Brandt, your favorite restaurant in Charlotte. This is a tricky one because as this town is growing, we do have a lot of restaurants here. I'm going to start off and say that Firebirds is my favorite. Don't know if you've been there, but tell me yours.
I don't think I've been there. I've definitely heard of it. But I think for me, like me and my wife really like the craft tasting room right next to what is it? The Lincoln Kitchen or something like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right over there. Those two combined, we really enjoy going there. They have some good food and some good drinks there too, and just a nice atmosphere and aesthetics, and with like the little rooftop area they have, nice view of the city, and it's pretty low key, so we enjoy that place.
Yeah, that's a great choice. A really good spot you picked there, Brandt. Aaron Clay Burns with the final question for you, Brandt. How good are you at kicking a football? And by that we mean the gridiron kind of football, not the circular one.
I haven't kicked a football in I don't know how long, so definitely not as good as Joey Sly. I can tell you that much. But maybe I'll get out there and try it. I'm sure I could probably hit like a 40-yarder, but easier said than done. I'm assuming. So I'll have to go out there and try that. Maybe even record it. See what we can do.
I'll be there to record it if you want to do that, Brandt. Absolutely. But were you ever tempted to try a different sport when you were younger, when you were developing as an athlete, or was it always soccer that was the choice?
Oh no, my parents signed me up for everything. I was always like pretty athletic, so played basketball, baseball, American football, soccer. I ran track. I even played like volleyball in middle school, so I tried them all out. I liked soccer the best. So why we're here right now.
Yeah.
But baseball, I was pretty good at baseball, and that was pretty much like the only other sport that I would have played. But I definitely didn't enjoy it as much, and I always just felt a deep connection and love for soccer. So I'm happy I chose that, and don't regret any decisions.
Absolutely not. We're very glad you chose the beautiful game as well, Brandt. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you for joining me on Between Two Pints. Thank you to everybody who submitted their questions to Brandt. One thing left to do, let's say cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Ryan.